This is Lacey Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be experiencing a mass layoff where we received their notice between December 4th and December 11th. So again, these are California companies that will be experiencing a mass layoff where we receive their notice between December 4th and December 11th. Now, you know my story, but if you don't, let me tell you, many years ago, I was in escrow getting ready to purchase a piece of property and I had signed my loan documents. Now, those of you who've ever purchased property, you know there is no rescission period. Once you get that far, right? You can't back out of the deal without some kind of consequences. So anyways, I had signed my loan documents. I go back to work and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning whatsoever. You can only imagine how I was feeling. I had to contact my realtor, my mortgage broker, and say, look, you can't fund this loan. I don't have a job. Now, thankfully for myself, I was able to unravel the transaction, but I lost some money in the process. I didn't get my deposit back. I paid for home inspections and termite inspections. Of course, you don't get that money back either. But thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. But with all that said, me sharing this information is twofold. One, if I can warn you or help you to know if your company possibly is laying off, what would you do differently? Listen, what would you do differently if you knew that your company was getting ready to lay off? Would you not go on that shopping spree? Would you hold off on that vacation or buying that new car? What would you do differently? The other thing is, what would you want to do knowing that? Would you start putting in job applications before everybody gets their notice? Would you want to kind of put out fillers? Would you want to lower your mortgage payment or consolidate your bills? So that's one thing, right? If I can prevent you from making some purchases that otherwise you would be put off waiting to make sure you're safe, then I've done my job. The second thing is, I also want to let you know that you don't have to lose your job. Excuse me, you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. So if you know ahead of time that possibly your company may be laying off, you may be on the chopping block, you can go ahead and start planning for that, i.e. putting out job applications, or submitting job applications, I should say, applying for a loan modification, a repayment plan, something to lower your mortgage payment or consolidate your bills, or do a refinance so you can pull some money out a little just to have a little nest egg, because who knows when you're going to land your next job, right? So that is the reason why I am passionate about sharing this information. So let's get started. Again, these are California companies that will be experiencing a mass layoff where we receive their notice between December 4th and December 11th. Now, I'm going to give you the date that they're laying off. I'm going to give you the company name. I'm going to give you how many they're laying off at that location and the actual address. Okay, and the actual address. So I'm going to give you these companies in alphabetical order. Okay, so they're not going to be in date order of the layoff. They're going to be in alphabetical order by the company name. So let's get started. Here we go. Let's get started. So December 31st, Alvarado Hospital. DBA is Alvarado Hospital Medical Center. They're laying off 6 people at 6699 Alvarado Road, Suite 2309, San Diego. On January 2nd, Amazon is laying off 114 people at 889 Americana Way in Glendale. January 16th, Amazon is laying off 57 people at 1888. I think I said too many eights. Let's try this again. At 188 Spear Street, 2nd floor in San Francisco. Then January 12th, Analog Devices, Inc. is laying off 109 people at 90 Rio Robles in San Jose. You have January 12th, Analog Devices, Inc. is laying off one person at 130 Rio Robles in San Jose. Then January 12th, Analog Devices, Inc. is laying off an additional person at 160 Rio Robles in San Jose. January 5th, Charles Schwab and Company, Inc. is laying off 155 people at 211 Main Street in San Francisco. February 16th, Daiso Distribution Center is laying off 74 people at 16400 Trojan Way in La Mirada. You have January 6th, Flex Ltd. is laying off 31 people at 847 Gibraltar Drive in Milpitas. Hopefully I said that correctly. January 5th, FM Restaurants, DBA is El Torito Mexican Grills, laying off 42 people at 34521 Golden Lantern Street in Dana Point. You have January 7th, ForgeRock, Inc. is laying off one person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. Then on January 31st, ForgeRock, Inc. is laying off an additional person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900. Then February 1st, they're laying off another person, ForgeRock, Inc. at same location, 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900. Then February 29th, ForgeRock, Inc. is laying off one person, same address, 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. Then March 31st, ForgeRock, Inc. is laying off one person at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. And they're also on June 30th, ForgeRock, Inc. is laying off 103 people at 201 Mission Street, Suite 2900 in San Francisco. December 31st, Informatica LLC is laying off 90 people at 2100 Seaport Boulevard in Redwood City. January 5th, Pac-12 Enterprises LLC is laying off 141 people at 12647 Alcosta Boulevard, 5th floor in San Ramon. April 26th, Parker Hannafin Corporation is laying off 4 people at 5650 Stewart Avenue in Fremont. December 29th, PWLCI Inc. is laying off 60 people at 24351 Via Albanese in Mission Viejo. December 31st, San Diego Imaging Management Inc. is laying off 52 people at 8745 Arrow Drive, Suite 200 in San Diego. You have Sangamo Therapeutics Inc. on January 2nd is laying off 65 people at 7000 Marina Boulevard in Brisbane. January 2nd, Sangamo Therapeutics Inc. is laying off 37 people at 501 Canal Road in Brisbane. You have January 1st, St. James Infirmary is laying off 71 people at 1087 and 1089 Mission Street in San Francisco. You have January 2nd, Viasat Inc. is laying off 228 people at 6155 El Camino Real in Carlsbad. And then last but not least, January 2nd, Viasat Inc. is laying off 11 people at 333 West San Carlos Street, Unit 1700 in San Jose. So that is the end of our list. That was 26 companies in California that will be experiencing a mass layoffs that are going to be taking place where we receive their notice between December 4th and December 11th. Now, remember I told you, if you are facing a financial hardship, you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you lost household income, whether it's due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, it doesn't matter. I told you I have good news for you. You can lower your mortgage payment. And if you found yourself in that position, I want you to visit me at modifymenow.com. I've actually been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable, provided they want to stay in their home. Now, I do all things mortgage and real estate related, 18 years experience. So I help people represent buyers and sellers in purchasing or selling property. I have buyers and sellers when it comes to financing property, financing it and refinancing. But when life throws you lemons, I also help you make lemonade. What does that mean? If you face a financial hardship, I help you avoid foreclosure. So to get in contact with me, visit modifymenow.com. That's number one. I want you to get connected to me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. So don't forget, for all your mortgage and real estate needs, visit me at modifymenow.com. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.